and welcome to another episode of The Eden's Gem. If this is the first time that we're crossing paths, I am Annette Day. I love all things people empowerment, equipping, educating, entertaining, and it's good to come across and our path to cross. Before we delve into today's episode, as always, let's give a shout out to our production team in-house, Blessed Dream Production and Eyes Have Not Seen. If it wasn't for them, these episodes would definitely not get to your hearing or your viewing. So please help me give a shout out to them. Can you believe it? If you're listening to this episode on the day that it's being released, it will be December 1st, 2025. Oh my goodness. Yesterday was my birthday and I had an amazing time. I woke up super early in the morning and I just took breaths in and out. I went to bed late the day before, November 29th. My birthday is November 30th. And before I drifted off to sleep, I said to myself, as I'm going to bed, I'm exiting one chapter and entering a new chapter. By the time I wake up in the morning, I will be in a new chapter. I woke up in the morning and my heart was just filled with gratitude. I took in breath in and breath out. And I wasn't grateful for the things around me, for the shelter over my head, but I was super grateful for the ability to inhale and exhale and inhale again. Sometimes we take the breath because we don't have to think about it and it's done by our body. But do you realize that the finality of our life here on earth is when we exhale and are not able to inhale again? So we say the person took their last breath. They would usually breathe in, inhale, and then they will exhale. And that will be the last breath because they're not able to inhale again. So before we delve into our first day of December of 2025, I want you to try this with me. Take a deep breath in. If you want, you can close your eyes and then breathe out and then take another breath in. If you were able to inhale or take a breath in after you breathe out, it means you have reason to thank God. You're alive. And so far as you and I are breathing, it is not over yet. Welcome to December 2025. Counting, starting off today, we have 31 days to complete the year 2025. And the theme, as I think of wrapping up 2025, I think it's just easier to reflect. So December, let's do reflection. And today, I want to come out to you with 5 things that we can start off reflecting as we wrap up the year 2025. The first is our values. Values or purpose. Why do you think God allowed you to breathe through the entire 11 months of 2025? And why is God allowing you to breathe? For what purpose? For what values? And then you have to ask yourself, in the year 2025 up until now, were my values in alignment with what is important to me? Were my actions in alignment with the things that I value? If I value my family, was my action of spending more time with them, telling them I love you, was it in alignment? So the first area that we want to reflect on is our values or our purpose. The second area is our relationships. Were you mindful of the relationships that were around you? How would you rate a relationship between you and your spouse on a scale of 0 to 10? Between you and your children, between you and your friends, between you and the rest of your family members, between you and your community members, between you and your church members? Would you say that you are satisfied with the quality of relationships that are around you? The third thing, sorry, that I want us to reflect on is our accomplishments and gratitude. What were my proudest moments or greatest accomplishments this year? Sometimes when we think of accomplishments, we think of maybe the house that I built, the income, the business that I started. We think of it in monetary things. But the goals that you set, maybe you wanted to be more present with your family. Were you able to accomplish that? Maybe you wanted to be more peaceful. Were you able to accomplish that? It's not all about money so that we stress if we don't have it. It's not all about achievements and certifications, but were you able to be still with yourself? Maybe you said you wanted to read your Bible more. Were you able to get into it? And if not, then you have the next 30 more days to feel fulfilled and accomplished. So that's the third thing. First one, value purpose. Second thing that we're reflecting on are the relationships that are around us. The third is our accomplishments and gratitude. Number four, challenges and growth. What were the biggest challenges I faced and what did I learn from them? Sometimes when we reflect the challenges and the difficulties that we encountered, it makes us feel like there was a lot of setback. But as we reflect on our challenges, ask yourself, what were the biggest lessons that I learned that I can l- take into 2026 to help me be a better person, right? If the challenge did not help us to learn, then it was wasted. But I pray that our challenges was not a waste, but they were lessons that will help us and that we're able to turn, as we reflect, we're able to turn that pain into purpose. And then finally, I want us to reflect on our future goals and habits. What do I want to achieve in the next year, the next 5 years? Take time, sit down, and use this month of December to reflect on how 2025 went. And then take the lessons that you learned from 2025. And hopefully, it's going to help us have a great 2026. Yesterday, I had a, a workshop, an audit, something that I've been doing. This is the fourth year that I've been doing that. And I asked the question, when you think of 2026, what emotion do you feel? Some people were excited. Majority of the people were anxious and uncertain. I said the mindset and the perception and the perspective with which we show up is how we're going to attract. So I don't know how you're feeling going into 2026, but this is the last words that I want to leave you with. Don't be stressed about 2026. You know why? Because you have a very big God. And this God is going ahead of us, preparing the way for us. So come in 2026 with expectancy. And this month, we're going to keep looking at things we can reflect on to help us better prepare for the days ahead. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. If this episode bless you, and I pray it did, send it to someone, invite someone to this community of beauties of Eden, particularly the Eden's Gem. And I hope and look forward to hear from you. If anything resonated with you, please share it in the comment section. God bless, and I'll see you in the next episode.